Alright, my loves, good morning. My friend said I look very pretty tonight. Another guy said I look like a Disney princess and that I talk like if someone in a Jordan Peele movie were forced to go back in time to when black people talked like they did back in the day. And he kept saying, it's like, you sound like you're Southern. And I hear it, but I know you're not. But you have something else there. And I had on a wig, I just took it off. But it is funny that it's like, I was so attractive that a dude who actively had me blocked for ages was like, that nigga was staring at me with his big, beautiful puppy dog brown eyes. How dare he look so cute? And he was just like he wasn't really even blinking. He just kept staring at me with like pure like I want in his eyes. That shit was cute. All right, let's do a life update because I feel like it. I'm in a good mood. Don't piss me off. So, I've been trying to date, and well, not really try. Funny enough, I actually, when I was like, maybe I should give up on, cause okay, to sum it up, you know how I said I was seeing that guy? I forgot what nickname I gave him. Was it Agent 40? Agent 37 was the nickname I gave him to me and my friends online because he gave me at least 37 squirting orgasms. Well, okay, 9 of them were squirting. 4 of them were like if someone took a Sprite bottle and just opened that shit up after shaking it. And then there was at least 37 full on ass orgasms. Oh my god, that was a dangerous game. And that man was all like, "Hey, your birthday's the day after mine. Let's celebrate it together. I want to take you shopping over in Walnut Creek. I want to do this. I want to do that," and hyping it up big time. But obviously, we know what happened because that nigga just vanished, and it's like, okay, fuck you, I guess. Whatever. Like, lame ass nigga. But it's okay. It made me feel validated that I didn't show him my tits and that we didn't fully fuck and nothing like that. He had a huge fat dick though and good money, but it's okay. He like it was annoying because it's like, nigga, why did you spend so much? You like for the last 2 months you've been trying to get my attention and talk all about how you want to be a provider type boyfriend who can provide and have a family, and also it's a weird shit. Also, niggas really just love saying shit. They just love to talk. They love to be stupid as fuck. They love to be like, "Hi, girl, that I just had that I'm barely having a second date with. Imagine if we had a family. Cool. We had a third date, and I just made you come like and basically earn top spot on your list of people you have ever fucked, and I didn't even really have actual sex with you. I'm gonna proceed to hype up wanting to travel with you and check out like the bioluminescence tours and doing like fucking kayaking and fuck you, Michael, stupid fucking Michael, suck my dick, Michael. Well, he already did, but it's like whatever, suck my dick, Michael. Moving on. Guess what happened after? What happened after? Oh yeah, I had been meeting so many idiots on Hinge. I met this other guy. What his name is like Rodolfo or something. Somebody put Rodolfo. I don't even know if that's his. I think that's his name. It's a stupid whatever. Whatever. Sometimes people have names that are just unappealing. We don't need to call it stupid. But Rodolfo? Or is it? Wait, no, it's Adolfo. I'm okay. I knew that name sounded fucked up. Anyway, so Adolfo, he was like, guess what? Like, I like you a lot. We seem cool. Like, our birthdays are right next to each other because I guess, funny enough, for the past several months, I have just been a magnet to fucking Latino Virgos. It was a Peruvian guy. It was a Mexican guy. This current guy, is he Dominican? And maybe a little Puerto Rican. I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. We haven't even met for a first date yet, and this nigga's trying to tell me all sorts of, ooh, we should go to Costa Rica for our birthday, and like, I got vacation time and money, baby, let me take you on a trip. Guess what? This nigga out of nowhere vanished for like 3 fucking days. And I just had to send him a voice message like, okay, nigga, you could have just said you weren't interested, and I think you're gonna do what every other dude has been doing lately, so yeah, pass. But thank you, and you were very nice to hype up a future with, regardless. I was nice about it. I was nice about it, believe it or not. I was much nicer than how I'm phrasing it now, believe it or not. He came back and he tried to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I've just been so sick with the worst sore throat I've ever had in my fucking life. So sore. And I was like, damn, you should go to the ER because any sore throat, that means your thumbs stop working to text for 3 days. Damn, that's really bad, bruh. But he claims to be serious and he claims to be in the ER. I actually have to message him pretty soon just to because if he is telling the truth, because he was saying that he was just downing endless NyQuil and being passed out endlessly, and I was like, oh, it might be COVID, or I don't want to. I'm not judging your sexual life. I don't know you like that. Maybe it could be an STD. I'm like, You might want to get that checked out, because your throat sounding horsey like Bojack right now, and so he's in the ER allegedly. It's hinged, so he can't even send me photo proof, but whatever. I'll just take his word for it, and it's like, yeah, I don't think me and him are gonna do anything. Gosh, how are we already 5 minutes in? Okay, to sum it up, what else happened? God, I look really nice tonight. I see one of my friends said I was really pretty. Like, he said it like as soon as I took off my wig. He looked at, like, God bless. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm in a good mood, believe it or not. I was in a bad mood today, but let's talk about what has been good. I've been in a bad mood often, but I've been still having lovely moments. So recently, let's just say after Adolfo and Michael, and I think a few other people online, I forget where, just too many people were being dumb as fuck in my messages on Hinge, on all these other apps I use that I'm not disclosing right now. They were pissing me the fuck off. And then I remember that I specifically was so annoyed and my sleep schedule was fucked. So I was up at like 3:59 a.m. And then I got a message from somebody. And it was this dude who looked okay. Not bad. Kind of my type, kind of not. And he just messages me like, hey, what are you still doing up? And I thought to myself, how the fuck does he know I'm still up? Does it like show I'm active right now? Despite us never matching? Okay. I just messaged back because I was bored. I was like, I just can't sleep. It's been a weird night. How about you? And this nigga, what's his name? Fuck it. Let's call him Mike. Well, we could call. Well, fuck it. Let's call him Coke Guy because I like that name better than his real name. Also, his real name is not Michael. I keep forgetting his real fucking name. It's so whatever. I saw him tonight. But I can go 6 months without knowing someone's name and pretending I know it. Like, you will be shocked how little names come up for me. I'll just introduce niggas like, this is my friend. Hi, introduce yourself. Or, yeah, this is my good buddy. Oh my god, look at his eyes. On his eyes, beautiful. And no one will, like, unless we are at a Starbucks and I'm ordering for somebody, which will never happen. Like, names don't come up often. Or sometimes I like to fuck with people. Life hack is that you're supposed to be like, oh, hey, remind me how to spell your name again? This only backfires if someone says some shit like, my name is Tom. You could try to lie and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you said Tam, and it was a Vietnamese name. Or you could try to say some shit like that. You have to have high stats in charisma for that. Or you could be like, sorry. If you don't do that, you just have to be like, oh, crazy enough, Tom, I met a dude who had the name Tom with 2 O's. So, yeah. I once met a nigga named Tom and there was an E, like 2 E's in it. I want you to guess how it was spelled and you could just fucking try that shit. Because it's like, I've met people named Tamia and I've met people named Tamia where it's like Thomia. I don't know. Either way, I remember the one time I actually did at an open mic, I was like, hey, excuse me, just remind me, how do I spell your name again? He said, Tom. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm sorry. And he was, and he just starts laughing, and I start laughing, because he's like, I'm too embarrassed. It was so fucking funny. Anyway, as I was saying, so let's call this guy Coke Guy because I like Coke Guy better. Like, he has a cool name. Let's give him a cool name because that's what he's known as. And I'm sure, spoiler alert, what he messaged me was he said, oh, I'm up because I'm trying to find someone to finish off this bag of Coke with right now that I just got from this bachelor party and I don't want it to go to waste. Would you like to do some with me? And I said, oh, no thank you. I don't personally do substances like that. Hell, I hardly even like alcohol, trust me. But thank you. I appreciate the offer. I hope you have fun with it. And I didn't unmatch him because I guess I was just bored. I was like, all right, let's see what happens next. But funny enough, we just got to talking. He was very chill. He was just like, yeah, I got back from a bachelorette party and bought way too much Coke. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, blah, blah. And I'll put it this way. He looked good. I looked good. He was horny. I've casually mentioned that it was like, oh, you know that scene where Naomi Belfort in The Wolf of Wall Street, she gets coke snorted off her tits? He was like, oh, yeah. He said, I've done it off a chick's ass, but never off of some titties. Would you like to do that with me? I said, I don't quite even want coke to touch my body because I don't want it to, like, absorb through the skin and I get addicted that way. I don't even want to risk it. So no, thank you. And I don't remember if he told me if drugs don't work like that or not either. I don't give a fuck. I wasn't gonna gamble that shit. I saw how drugs affected my grandmother and I was like, fuck that shit. But either way, Coke guy was cool, and he was like, yeah, no problem. But then he kept asking me to come over and fuck. He was like, I will send an Uber for you right now. You can come over to my place and we can fuck like animals. I will eat your pussy like nothing. And la da da da. He was hyping it up. I was turned on because I forgot to mention I had been relentlessly horny as well as angry for the past several days. Probably because I had been drinking way too much caffeine and it was making my heart race, my titties swell, pussy wet. I was like a cat in heat. So simply put, random ass attractive dude who's a little bit older talking to me sexually is like it's, and I was kind of having the internal debate of like, hey, I'm super horny and I can't find a guy that truly loves me and I can't find a guy that truly will actually bother stick around and fuck me, because in the history of being me, Tamia, I have had men do that weird thing where it's like, hey, you seem great for the sake of a hookup. You know, you want to fuck without any emotions? That sounds great. I want that too. Therefore, we should get married and have 5 million kids, Tamia, because I actually found out that you are my soulmate. And we are so simpatico and we have so much connection that actually, you know what? I just realized you're just so gorgeous and amazing. You're great in bed. You're intelligent. You're funny. You have a great body, a great mind. I enjoy every single thing about you. And then they'll just make a weird little sensation and situationship where it's just some dude who puts me in the situation of, okay, look, Tamidi is led on for both good sex that could be consistent and satisfy her sexual desires, and a loving romance, and in the end somehow gets neither. Like, we saw how it worked out with that Elliot guy. I mean, Hay. I forget that I nicknamed him Hay because he had fucked up hair like Hay, because he had a fucked up ass bleach job, but whatever. Either way, for Hay, we saw how that worked back in like February and March. Because next thing you know, it's like a guy who I thought was at least a solid enough friend, like a chill dude, ended up being a piece of shit. And it was like, wow, dude, it's like, it's like, so you can't be a friend and you aren't giving me any benefits of sex nor money, so you are just a liability. You are not a friends with benefits, you are an enemy with negatives, an acquaintance with negatives. And I don't need negatives. No, thank you. And it's just so bogus. Like, hell, like with Mitchell, with Hay, with plenty of other people in my fucking lifetime, I meet these weird ass Madonna whore complex motherfuckers where I can just make it clear all I want is my pussy eaten. You can eat my pussy without trying to hype up that maybe one day we could spend the holidays with your family or run off to the mountains and spend quality time in your yurt making s'mores. And like, you don't have to, you could just eat my pussy and get the fuck out. That's okay. You don't have to pretend that I'm gonna be a Stepford wife and that we are gonna have fancy Italian dinners and that you're gonna take me to a Giants game with the box seats and that we're going to learn salsa dancing and how to make kombucha together and that we will definitely be around for years to come. You can just make me come and then go just as fast. Like, let's make it easy now. But do niggas make it easy? No. And why do you think I'm so angry? Because I'm horny, sexually frustrated, and I don't want to say unloved, because I know I'm loved by people. I'm loved by quite a bit of people. It's a blessing. Amen. I'm just saying, romantically, these niggas are very strange, and it's making me strange. So anyway, but yeah, just context, because I fucking hate these men. Niggas ain't shit, is what I'll say. They're weird, and I don't like their weird little egos and mind games, and how if you have sex with them, suddenly whatever chance of romance or seeing you as a person goes right out the fucking window, even if you were supposed to have a sexual consistent dynamic anyway. I don't know. Niggas are so annoying. Suck my dick. So as I was saying, Coke guy, with him, like, let's just say, I'll speed the story along. Let's just say I got some beautiful videos of him jiggling his cock sent to me. They were wonderful. God bless. He sexted me. We talked sexually. No photos exchanged, just talking sexually, because I fucking like talking sexually. And I was like, okay, you know what? Like, I already set my boundaries clear. I said, I'm not gonna fuck you because I'm celibate, because I have post-sex psychosis, and I always guaranteed lose my mind after I have sex with somebody. And I'm not trying to do that, because sex is not fun. And also, I don't trust anyone to actually genuinely follow up with aftercare, truly caring, and much, much more after. I've given up on that entirely. Like, I know how it works, and I don't like how the world works, is what I'll say. Oh, but I told him, yeah, I can't fuck you, sweetie. Like, I'm not even sure I could let you eat my pussy. Like, I want someone to eat my pussy, but I'm pretty sure I'd lose my mind because I have psychosis episodes and I have to be very careful about how I have sex. Also, I do not have sex for free. As ironically also ties into what I just said before. And then on top of that, like, you seem nice. I'm not sending you any nude photos or videos. But, and he was still trying his luck, but it was still like, okay, fuck, she's not interested. But eventually he was like, you know what? Like, we did start actually, he was like, hey, what the fuck? You don't have a gag reflex? Oh, shit, you're flat. You see it. And then we just started, next thing you know, this happens with me often. We just started genuinely talking. Like, nothing too serious, nothing too amazing from what I recall, but eventually, like, it was his birthday weekend and he was just telling me about his goals to, like, he had 2 days before his birthday. So he was telling me about his disciplined goals of, like, no sugar, no drugs, no alcohol, or at the very least his maximum limit for alcohol would be like 2 beers, maybe 3 or 4, because he's white. Like, he can hardly feel the shit. He'll have 4 beers and still feel entirely unfazed, which is so stupid to me. It's like, why the fuck did I don't know, whatever. Anyway, moving on. And then as time went on, let's see. Dude was like, we just chatted. And then eventually at some point, I guess when he just kept talking to me any second that he could with his hands free. And then he just was like, hey, you know what, fuck it, do you want to meet up sometime? And I was like, oh shit, maybe. Depends on what you want to do. And let's just say, to speed this story along, we ended up making plans. And I told, like, he was like, I really want to do mini golf and I would love to show you how fun it can be. I said I have personal childhood traumatic memories with mini golf, and I just don't. Anytime I've tried it, even after that, it's just never been fun for me. It's boring. It fucks with me, and I don't like it because I'm tall and it makes me feel awkward. Funny enough, the nigga I was talking to is 6'6", so he ironically was like, I'm not phased by height at all. So that burned a hole in my theory. He didn't say it directly, but it's like I kind of realized when I was talking to him, like, oh shit, can't use that excuse anymore because he's almost 7 feet tall and he fucking loves mini golf. So we were talking, vibing, but let's just say he was like, I'm known to be one of the most fun people that you play mini golf with, and I really want to show you how fun it can be. I promise you I can make it your new favorite thing and that you will like it and maybe even love it with me. And I was like, I appreciate his tenacity and his dedication. Why not? So you know what? And like, he told me, like, how do I put this? He also was honest about his financial situation. So I know some things about him that I'm not going to repeat because I don't find them impressive. But let's just say I'm not tripping off them too hard because I wasn't looking for somebody perfect. I wasn't even looking for somebody. It was just like, okay, I have the chance to meet somebody. I still kept my standards intact. I was like, nope. Like, I'm the type of girl where it's like, if you want to titty fuck me, you gotta put something sparkly and nice on these titties first. If you want to eat me out, take me out for a nice dinner and we can see how compatible we are first, blah, blah, blah. But even then, he was truly, genuinely, like, even without that shit mentioned, he truly did he was like, you know what, I want to take her on a date just to see how she's like. Because, like, he just seemingly liked my personality, or at least what he could see from it so far. And he just was genuinely curious about the type of person I was. So, let's speed this along. I showed up on our date looking so fucking beautiful. God damn. We met up and we went to this wonderful burger spot that has, like, blueberry bacon blue cheeseburgers. Say that 10 times fast. With some garlic scampi fries. And we looked so cute because walking around, and I had my pink wig and my fancy jewelry on and my cute little crop top miniskirt heels combo, oiled up, looking magnificent in the golden hour sunlight. And I was walking around with this man who's like a full foot taller than me. And then, like, this car full of black girls driving by, they just yelled, I like that! Okay, sis! Yes! I like that! That's what's up! Okay, girl! And, like, all of the girls were, like, just fucking lit as hell, cheering me on. I guess they were like, this bitch wanted life. Like, hell yeah, they were lit. And I forgot that pink hair isn't that common, especially on people of color, especially for my area, and especially for the area I was in, because it was a specifically segregated area. And I know you're like, to me, a segregation? Yes, ever heard of redlining? Redlining is when white people try to make their own micro cities so that they can keep the blacks out. Like, they can't enforce it. It's just like, it's like a okay, you're gonna see a lot of whites here type shit. And you know there's a reason for it. It's not accidental. It was intentional. But whatever. I was there though, and I had my cute pink wig on, and I looked cute. And this lovely little girl, I guess, saw me from the back of her like car seat, and she rolls the window down. She was like 4 or 7 or something. She just has the most adorable hi. And then me and a bunch of strangers on the street turn our head and we're like hi, and we respond to her as if it's like Beauty and the Beast with the bonjour, 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 bonjour. It was so cute, and everybody on the corner was like, "Oh, that's so fucking cute." And my date was like, "See, you are like some sort of Disney princess. Holy shit!" And then as time went on, eventually, me and my oh yeah, funny enough, as me and my date were eating again, I guess I don't even remember how much time passed. It could have been 10 minutes, could have been a lot longer than that. All I know is eventually the same car pulled around again, and for a second time, the girl looking directly at me and making it clear it was for me specifically, she was like, "Hello, hi," and I say hi, and then the everyone around just gushes again, like, "Oh my god, oh, that is so cute." And like my date was losing his mind, because it's like, damn it, I'm like an accidental Pied Piper with kids. And he was like, "You might actually be a Disney princess. You're like fucking Snow White." Like, he made some pretty interesting jokes that I will not be able to repeat on an internet format, but let's just say I found them very hilarious, extremely funny. But I don't like, I'm not saying dark humor in video format. No, thank you. But it was a great time. And then afterwards, like, we had that food, and then we went out to. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, he took me shopping. Like, how do I put this? At first, he was kind of hesitant. He was like, "I don't want to buy something just for the chance to. I want sex to happen naturally." But da 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 da. And I was like, "Okay, that's fair. Don't worry, sex can still happen naturally. I'm just letting you know that if you want access to certain things, you know what my standards are, and you know what it'll take to have access to my nice, wonderful." And I said some words that I better not repeat with my face in the video, but I said something sexy, and he was like, "Hell yeah!" So yeah, let's just say we went antiquing, and I have a very beautiful, gorgeous gown that makes me look like Sophia Loren in her movie Scandal in Soretto, or I believe that's the title. And if you like look up that dress, it's this beautiful red dress, taffeta fabric, intricate swirl pattern. It cups the titties amazingly well. I don't need any sort of bra with it. It makes my waist, which is already really tiny, it defines the fuck out of it. It flares out at the hip. It sits naturally on my natural hips, but it also still flares out in a way that just makes them look even better. Like, I'll put it this way. I posted that dress on my Instagram story. Plenty of people lost their fucking minds because they were like, "Holy shit, she looks good in it." The only thing is, there's like a huge hand-sized gap between the zipper, and so it can't really close. But like, maybe I'll get that closed up sometime. Why is my nose burning? I haven't even done shit, and I'm wearing so much lotion. My nose should not be burning, but I need to wash my hands more because I'm pretty sure if I keep trying to fucking rub the excess lotion on my face into my allegedly new wounded nose sides, I might get an infection. Knock on wood. Anyway, sweetie, God bless. But yeah, me and Coke Dude met up, and he was actually really, really nice. Like, I knew him, and we talked for like 1 or 2 days, maybe even almost 3, and it was pleasant because we just like, yeah, he talked about his goals for discipline, and he was really hyping it up. He was doing that shit everybody does, where eventually they swear that they're in love with me. He was like, "You have no gag reflex." Wow, I think I'm falling more in love with you every second. It's like, calm down. But eventually he was really just like, oh, like, he was like, "I want you to see the man I'm about to become. I want you to see that I am gonna be so disciplined. Like, I've been doing so well. I haven't done these certain substances for 2 months straight. I just gave myself a week break because it was my birthday week. But I don't need alcohol. Porn, tricky, but at the same time, I went 2 months without it. I'll be fine. Alcohol was and sugar were his only two vices that might have been difficult for him, allegedly. Everything else he was totally fine dropping. And if any, like, yeah, at least allegedly. But it was nice. Sleepy, huh? But it was great. And let's just say, God bless. What did we do? What did we do? What did we do? Oh, sorry, I'm kind of sleepy. I'm about to pass out. What time is it? Oh, it's 1:13 a.m. Gosh, sleepy. I'll say it like this. To speed this video along, we antiquing and then food, and then we went out for mini golf, and we had a lot to drink, like a lot to drink. It was great. And let's just say the bartender working there, she didn't even know it was our first date, but it was cute. Like, she was like, "You two look so cute together. Do you want to take a picture?" And I said, "Sure." And so we took a cute little photo, and she just fully was like, "Give us a kiss. Come on, take a kiss for the photo." And so we kissed in that moment, and I was blushing so hard because I genuinely liked that man. A lot of shit happened during mini golf. Let's just say it's so funny watching his. He was floundering like fucking hell and blushing, and you could see him turning red and getting embarrassed. He would be like, "Can you look away?" Because he he once did this. He did a funny monologue where he was like, "Yeah, look, I'm about to put my white ball, and I'm about to do one single stroke that's gonna be so good that it just overtakes this hole." And it's like, I know what you mean by that. But funny enough, then he hit the ball, and then it perfectly goes in the hole off of like one fucking go. I started yelling like I was in the Super Bowl, damn, like I was witnessing the Super Bowl. I dapped him up. I was cheering him on. Hell yeah, he was ecstatic. He felt like the man. We had a great time. At some point, I fucked up in mini golf, the exact same round where he got it all in one hole. I fucked up so bad in mini golf that I somehow swung the ball the opposite direction, and it just went flying across the entire fucking room, and it whizzed past this couple, and I just collapsed to the ground laughing and almost cried in embarrassment. Oh, and we had a lot of fun conversations and talks and storytelling. It was fucking great. We have a lot of similar sense of humor, which I very much enjoy. Let's see. We also got to talk about our childhoods and our families. I didn't say too much because I've learned that lesson, but I said a mild amount, and let's just say I can piece together. Like, we both were vague, but either way, I'm sure he knows. It's like, okay, she has something up with her mom. And for him, I know that his mom was an alcoholic, and let's just say his current living conditions, you kind of understand why. Let's just say I can piece together what might have happened to him. But he was nice. Like, yeah, like none of the bad shit that you would expect. He was just a chill ass dude. It just felt like it was kind of funny though, because it's like, it's hard to put my finger on it. Something about him. Like, I'm not saying anything is off about him. Not at all. No, he's great. He's been all, like, really nice so far. Not all green flags, but I can't remember any of the red and orange ones. Or maybe, well, okay, I remember a few, but let's talk about that later. I'll talk about it, I promise. Let's just say we had a fun date. Did I get fingered? Absolutely. He had so much fun that even by the end of the date, when I was tipsy and we were just cute, and I forgot we had a cute photo booth moment where, like, he knew I loved photo booths. And he doesn't have that much money, but he still was like, "I can get you a photo booth. Let's get in the photo booth. Yeah, let's do it." And we took some very cute and sexy photo booths together that I can't show you for obvious reasons, but we had a great time. And afterwards, he still was gonna hang out more. He was gonna be like, "Let's see if there's any late night movie showings. Is there any movies you want to see?" Like, and like, he would have willingly paid the price of some late night expensive ass movie tickets if it meant he could keep seeing me. And mind you, we didn't even, like, the fingering happened on the, like, ride back home, because sometimes you get freaky in an Uber. I don't know, shit happens. Like, don't worry, nothing bad happened, but still. And if you're gonna say that's a sex crime, shut up. Like, who gives a fuck? Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm sleepy. I gotta pass out. I'll speed this along. I had a nice time. And also, don't finger yourself. I mean, don't get fingered by men in Ubers. Unless you want to. But, like, be slick about it. Be careful. It was nice. It was very fun. God bless. Amen. What was I saying? I'm so tired. Let's just say the date was great, and then we kissed, and we had a lot of passionate, like, kissing. French kissing was great. It was very cute. He's the type of guy where he wanted to overachieve to make me happy. Like, just, sweet, natural giver type. And he was the type of guy where if I said any single compliment his way, like, you would see his face physically turn red, and, like, just, like, the joy instantly hit his face, and his, like, it was so fucking cute. And yeah, if you're wondering what happened the day after to me, because I know you have post-sex psychosis, I almost ended things. Not my life. Even though that did come to mind, but don't worry, no. Like, I knew I eventually had to be like, "Oh, right, I spent a bunch of yesterday drinking with him during mini golf. I was wasted. I am hungover, not Like, my body is just not giving me happiness chemicals because, simply put, it is too depleted and dehydrated, and I need to rest. But I just kind of sent him a message about how bad my mental health was getting and how I needed space. And he was respectful about it, but he also was still like, hey, if you ever want to meet up and do plans again, I would still love to. And he was like, and he sent me a very thoughtful, sweet message about, like, you deserve peace, you deserve love, you deserve all of that and more. You are incredibly fascinating, and I was enthralled by you, and, like, all this amazing stuff. It was really nice. I liked it. And if you're wondering what happened next, Timothy, I'll say it like this. I saw him again tonight because I was like, hey, I have this event I'm going to. If you'd like to slide through, we would love to have you. And let's just say, sliding through occurred. And his presence was pretty cool. Was it perfect? Not exactly. Was it a lot of fun? Absolutely. It was just a little awkward because it's like he gets to see me in the stressed out production manager way. But yeah, so that's what happened. And other good stuff happened and is happening soon, but I'll tell you about it later. But let's just say I had a bit of a rough day today because, let's just say, you could tell somebody, hey, like, it's nice of you to offer to bring the candy to this event. How about this? Can you bring, like, a family size bag of Kit Kats to this event, and then they will bring one singular Kit Kat? And it's like, nigga, why would you think that in an event that was gonna have like 50 people, that I would want you to get one singular Kit Kat instead of a multi pack of the fun sized fucking family size? What? And he was like, duh. And let's just say some people had attitudes, some people were dumb as fuck, and it was just, ugh. But and I was nervous that there wasn't going to be a huge turnout. But then it ended up being a great turnout. It was a great night. Like, if anything, hella people kept coming up to me at the end. They were like, yo, this event is amazing. And if they weren't doing that, then they were saying, this was a really great turnout. Damn, this was a great turnout. This was amazing. And it was great. And it's like, it's so funny because as I was sitting there, I was thinking to myself, this is embarrassing. My date has to watch, as there's hardly anyone here. But I guess I didn't notice because I was sitting front row that there was indeed hella people sitting behind me that just slowly came in. And not all of them were comedians. Like, no, a bunch were actual audience. And more were coming. So it's like, yeah, I'll try to be nice to myself. I don't want to be hard on myself. What can I say? I was worried and I'm a perfectionist. But that was. Anyway, I don't know what'll happen next between me and this guy. Uh, let's just say he wants to see me again for another event on Thursday. And he's kind of doing that thing that men do where it's like, sometimes you think he's only in it for the pussy and he's only in it so that one day I can finally get comfortable enough to fuck him. But then, like, no, it'll just be small moments over text. But then, genuinely in person, he will. It's like sex is the last thing on his mind. It's like he showed up to my event tonight solely because he wanted to see me smile and joke with me and tell me fun stories about his life and see how cute I looked in my new wig and all that. And it was pleasant. I enjoyed it. And I guess the only scary thing that isn't even that scary is just like, okay, what's his end game? Because I don't want it to be a situation where it's like some guy who's sending me helicopter dick videos who I was just gonna just have be as the casual eat my pussy sometime guy. Or maybe like a sneaky link, secret fuck. Better. Better phrasing. I like that a lot better. Less corny sounding, I'm just saying. And nothing's more annoying than a guy who is just gonna be a munch, who then eventually tries to convince you that he's gonna be husband material, and then next thing you know, you're put in an awkward situation where it's like if you let him try to be a husband who also eats pussy, then he'll just be like, "Cool, I had sex, and I'm gonna lose interest." Because subconsciously, I no longer feel like I have to work hard to earn you because I've already won you, and you are an item to me that I no longer want, a trophy that was won and now it's not as interesting as whatever next trophy I need to work hard to get. Like, it's disgusting. I don't like that shit. It's like it could have been a mutual objectification and now you're trying to make it singular and you also got my emotions attached. Like, come on now. like I said before, like sometimes, like let's just say I don't know if I got it in me for another heartbreak, and I don't know if I got it in me. Like I want sex, but I don't know. It's like the idea of sex without emotions is great. I thought he could be that guy. It turns out some emotions are coming in, and I can't put my finger on what. Because a part of me is like, he could be a very sweet, like, casual, not boyfriend, but something close. Another part of me is like, he is attractive and we don't have a long term future. But I don't know, I guess I'm just scared. It's like, do I want him to just be a fuck buddy? Do I want him to be a friends with benefits? Do I want to actually sort of date him? I don't know. All I know is I want some fucking head and I don't want any problems. And if he wants to be the guy that won't give me head, but will take me out to cute little events and to nice little restaurants and pamper me and treat me sweetly and send me sweet messages and talk to me any second of the day that I want to, with occasional like helicopter dick videos that I don't need to reciprocate, then hell yeah, that's a blessing. And I want it to go well. Amen. It will go well. Thanks. Peace out.